So my hair's not going to stay back. It's kind of irritating me. I got a bad bruise on it, so I'm using a pillow to prop my arm up. But I finally got it. David's Secret Demons, Messiah, Murderer, Traitor, King by Baruch Halpren. Now this is very exciting for me because this is the first time I've ever met anybody who has agreed with me upon this. Except for the fact of me being raised with it. I've never known an author or anybody, Jewish or Christian, to believe in this. And I guess one of the guys who I really admire, Richard Elliott Friedman, who I love his book on who wrote the Bible. And I actually highlight here because he's in the back. I should show you the Bible one time. I went through and highlighted all the text, JPED, the different redactors, things like that. But it has a quote from Israel Finkelstein here. He's too much of a minimalist. Israel Finkelstein keeps. I mean, if you hear what he said in the late 70s, early 80s, it's different from what it says in the 90s. He's different from what he says 10 years later. Every 10 years he changes. Why? Because they wind up digging up more archaeology and proving him wrong. I mean, he originally said there was no Moses. There was, it was just an indigenous group that rose up out of the land. There was no David, and maybe in the whole stories are just fictions after Babylon had freed the Jews. He's recanted that. He's gone back. He says, yes, there was David, but it wasn't as big, and there's blah, 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 blah. This is what happens to minimalists. I don't want this to be on Finkelstein, but just check out the Hittites. Everybody said they didn't exist until they dug up their capital, and they said, oh, yeah, they do exist. They said that was proof that the Bible was wrong because there's no such thing as Hittites. We dug up their capital, and we have many of their cities. But I'm going to read through this book again. It will be not as emotional as the video I had about David. But just to go through and look over it again and see if I still agree with it, because I want to hear the arguments. And I know I'm reading a book that's favoring my view, but I find that when I read stuff, even if it's supportive of my view, if it doesn't have a lot of evidence, if it's too weak, I wind up going against it. I have that kind of weird intellect where there's something in me that I don't like when I side with somebody too much. It feels weird. Except the Orthodox Church, though. I'm thrilled about that again. Still, I'm surprised I didn't get as much reactions on my Protestant videos, but I guess I don't get that much traffic on this channel. I would love to get questions from hostile Protestants. That would be great, but well, I guess not. I guess that's just trying to look for a fight. I'm so happy that there are Protestants out there who are gonna visit an Orthodox church. That's all I ask, Again, I'm not on here to convert anybody. I just want to tell you what the truth is. You should probably come home. But I'm not going to threaten you with hellfire ever, because as Orthodox, we don't believe that. In preaching of a vengeful God. We don't have a vengeful God. And we're not idolaters. So, peace to you. I'll read through the book and give you a short summary whether it's good or not.